Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Team Gohan Fighter back with another video, and today I'm going to once and for all put an end to this bullshit that is Toph versus Gaara. So, I'm going to be doing this in a special way that has never been done before in any of my versus battles. I'm going to actually show ipso mono proof why this battle is a foregone conclusion. First and foremost, I am a huge Naruto fan, and I have, in past videos, have given Naruto wins against Avatar characters. I just recently did a battle between Sasuke and Zuko, and I like Zuko better than Sasuke, and I gave Zuko to win. I also gave Aang a loss to Naruto. So don't come on here and tell me that I am being biased or an avatar. I am not. As a matter of fact, Naruto is my third favorite show. Only behind Code Geass and Dragon Ball Z. So with that being said, let's get to the discussion. Toph versus Gaara has been a talk among the internet now before and after the death battle that was released a couple of weeks ago. People are bitching still about Gaara losing this battle, and I'm going to debunk all the claims once and for all, without a shadow of a doubt, on why this battle is really a landslide victory. Okay, first of all, you know how I do my categories. I do it in 4 categories: strength, speed, skill/technique, and durability. So let's get to strength. First and foremost, strength. We get into Toph. Toph knows how to metal bend. She knows how to earth bend. She knows how to sand bend. She knows how to mud bend. And I also found a clip that I forgot about that she did mud bend in Last Airbender when she fought Katara too during the last season. So she actually could mud bend in Avatar: The Last Airbender. First and foremost, in the Lost Adventures, people have been claiming that Toph cannot earthbend as much as she did in the battle that Death Battle presented. That is a lie. In the Lost Adventures magazine, Toph had a draw with King Boomy. And, in that battle, they were, earthbending a lot of shit. They were earthbending a lot of boulders. Everyone was going crazy. Now, the Lost Adventures magazine or novel actually took place during season 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV show. It was actually in between one of the episodes. This Lost Adventure episode magazine is secondary canon, as all the novels are secondary canon to the TV show. This is one of the fewest. I think there was only 2 they did during the actual TV series where they were in between the TV series. I could be wrong on that. They could have had a third one there. Not sure. I know they did the novels that took place the year after the Avatar timeline, but this was actually in between the TV series. The Lost Adventures was actually something that was actually supposed to be in the TV series, but they did not have time to put it in the TV, so they made a little mini comic and called it The Lost Adventures. So with that being said, that makes it secondary canon and does go with the original continuity of the TV show, which is the original continuity. And with that being said, that debunks the claim that Toph cannot earthbend as much. She said, people claim, oh, she can't earthbend all that at one time like she did in the death battle. That's bullshit. She can. So again, that debunks that claim once and for all. So let's move on to Gaara. Now, Gaara is a big, sadistic motherfucker with the sand. He has his automatic defense. He's got, all sorts of things he can do, and he's got sand cough, sand burial. He can, make sand, he can just make the whole field in the sand, basically. He's got a whole lot feats that he can do. Problem with this, Gaara isn't known to being strong because he's always used to being protected by his automatic defense. As a matter of fact, when he took on Rock Lee and was getting, hit, he wasn't prepared for it because he wasn't used to actually getting injured. He wasn't used to having to do all the shit he had to do to prepare for getting damaged. Which makes him vulnerable because he's not prepared mentally and physically. He is not prepared to get hit because he's become accustomed to not being hit because his automatic defense allows to, protect him. But when you're taking on someone like Toph, who can earthbend, who can sandbend, who can metal bend, that's very tough to contain. With Toph, earthbenders are known for strength, by the way. I mean, in the Avatar universe, you can live until you're 230 years old as an earthbender. Because Avatar Kyoshi lived until she was 230 years old. Again, Avatar Kyoshi, this was put in the anime, this was confirmed in the anime. She was 230 years old. King Boomy was 112 years old and was still the king and was still being a badass, as an earthbender. Okay, so again, earthbenders are known for strength. Again, Gaara is not used to strength. He is not used to doing shit. Physically, Toph is factually stronger than Gaara. Now, from the novel that was just released, actually it was released last year. The book, the library edition book was just released last month. However, the comic, the 3-part individual comics, part 1, part 2, and part 3 comic, were all released last year. Now, I wish Death Battle had shown this, but they didn't. And as you can see right now, it clearly states that, the editor or illustrator, creator of the Wrath book clearly compared Toph's physical strength. She compared his physical strength to or Hulk's physical strength to Toph's metal bending or earth bending, which makes her durability not only OP, but makes her strength OP. Because if her bending strength is as strong as the Incredible Hulk's physical strength, there's no way Gaara can match that, because Gaara is not physically strong. Yes, he has the sand. The sand is what wins all his battles. He is not physically strong. Rock Lee proved that. He is not good at taijutsu. He is not good at common martial arts. Rock Lee proved that. Alright, he was beating the shit out of him. He couldn't keep up. Even Gaara, during that battle, said that he couldn't keep up with Rock Lee. He couldn't believe it. He even said that I can't defend myself. During the battle between Rock Lee and the Chunin exam. Clearly indicating that he is not good at martial arts. He is not good at taijutsu. He's not good, at physical things. Which, Toph's attacks are physical. Okay? And, again, she even says in this novel that she can keep this up as long as possible. Okay? Because she was pretty much protecting people from dying, basically. She was not only protecting herself, she was protecting everyone else from dying by metal bending the iron mine. Okay, because they were inside an iron mine. And the mine was collapsing. And so she literally had to earth bend or metal bend to not only save her, but save everyone that was still in there because they were trapped. And they were in that little cramped room that was only being held together thanks to Toph Beifong. Okay? And she even says that she can keep it up as long as possible, which again proves her durability is off the freaking charts. So with this, again, I have to go with Toph for strength edge. Now let's get to speed. Now the biggest argument for speed is that Gaara can move at the speed of sound, that only people like Rock Lee or someone faster than Lee would be able to catch Gaara's ultimate defense. Now, not only does that now granted, that would be impressive if he wasn't taking on Toph, because Toph's seismic sense reaction time is faster than the speed of sound. And because of this, even if his sand and his speed is fast, what use is it if Toph can just react to it? The moment his attacks are launched, Toph will know about it, because again, she can see things even if it isn't on the ground. And this was stated in the anime by Mike and Brian. This was also confirmed by Mike and Brian, and Death Battle also mentioned this, which surprised me too, by the way. So with that being said, his speed really doesn't matter at this point, because in a battle against Toph, it's pretty clear cut. Her seismic sense will be able to sense Gaara, and again, her reaction time is way better than Gaara's. He would not be prepared for this. Toph can see it and react to it, and her speed, and thus her speed is a lot better than Gaara's. Because what good is having speed if the person can pretty much stand there and take it, and get it. So with this, the edge has to go to Toph once again for speed. We move to technique / skills. And again, this is once again clear cut. Toph can metal bend. She can metal bend a suit of armor around her entire body as long as it's not platinum. And she can do titanium. She can metal bend titanium. She can metal bend gold. Even though it was never in the anime, because gold contains copper and iron. Death Battle stated this. And that is true. And those can be metal bend. Iron and copper can be metal bend. And since they're made from gold, then yeah. Since gold is made from those substances, then yes, they can be metal bent. So yeah, his gold dust would be impressive if he wasn't taking on someone who can actually bend it. And also, in the Avatar universe, there is no defined limit on what you can and can't bend, which means that Toph has no limit on what she can bend. However, on the other hand, Gaara does. He has chakra, not bending. And you can only use so much chakra in one sitting. And for people who are like, oh, Shikaku could help him. No, Shikaku can't do what Naruto's Nine-Tailed can do. He cannot get chakra from the Shikaku. So, again, and if he actually became Shikaku, that's outside help, because it's no longer him, it's a beast. So he can't use Shikaku. That would be outside help. Then we get into the argument of the sand coffin, sand burial combinational attack. This is the dumbest argument I've heard yet. They say that Toph cannot get out of it. First of all, she can sandbend, so she can get out of it. People keep saying, "Oh, well, he can change the pressure of it." No. Again, if you guys watch the Avatar Last Airbender, she can bend anything. Okay, that's sand. She can bend anything that's metal. It doesn't matter. There is no limit. If you are a sandbender, you can sandbend it. It doesn't matter if you can change the pressure because she can move it. There was an episode where King Boomy actually earthbended with his head, okay, where he was in a coffin and he literally chin bended, okay, and Toph is at King Boomy's level, okay. You expect me to believe that Toph could not sandbend out of the sand coffin attack? You're full of shit if you actually think that. Another thing that was stated is the possibility of, oh, well, what about the metal armor? I used this argument long before Death Battle did it. She can metal bend around her entire body and protect her, and it can be up to titanium, okay, because they use this in Korra. And since she taught her daughters how to metal bend, I'm pretty sure she could too. And she even said that she was better than both her daughters, because she wasn't able to get the poison out of Korra. Toph said that there was still poison in Korra, and what's it called? Toph, was able to get the she ended up not, because Korra was being stubborn as fuck, but my point is the fact that she was able to detect that there was still poison metal inside of Korra, and Su-In and Lin, both of Toph's daughters, weren't able to detect this, and they're pretty good metal benders. So with that being said, yet again, this is clear cut on who gets the edge on this. Gaara, feats are just not there. All he has is sand. And for one more thing, the whole sand argument that his sand infused, there's no way that Toph can't misdirect it. That's a bullshit lie, because guess what? Sand is sand. It doesn't matter if it's special sand. It can still be sand, guys. Whether you guys want to say that or not, that's fact. You can't just say, "Oh, well, it can't be sandbend because it's controlled by Gaara." No, it can be controlled if someone can sand it. Okay, it's called sandbending, which in Avatar, if you're a sandbender, you can sandbend. So I'm sorry if you don't think that. So yeah, once again, this category go for technique and / skills is going to Toph. Once again, durability, and finally durability. This it's pretty clear cut. Survivability. Gaara was not able to take down the Akatsuki when the Akatsuki were going after him in the first season of Shippuden. He was not able to win that fight, and it was a handicap. But the thing is, you guys make the arguments that his chakra is so powerful and shit, but the fact of the matter is he is using chakra, which has a limit again, and when that chakra's gone, it's pretty clear cut. When have you seen Toph really been majorly defeated in any battle? People throw up the argument, well, he was easily beaten by Aang, but guess what? Toph didn't know who Aang was at the time. She didn't know that he was an airbender. And, again, Aang didn't have Earth when he went into the air, which is why Toph wasn't able to see him. Okay? It's different with Gaara because he has armor on him. Also, he has a gore on his fucking back that he never takes off, which is Earth, which means she can see him even if he didn't have the sand armor inside of him, which he does. By the way, he has that gore on his back, which he never takes off. So, yet again, he would still be able to see him because, again, as this was confirmed by Mike and Brian, that Toph can see the Earth even if it isn't on the ground. So that just debunks that. And Toph has been very durable. You know, taking on King Boomy, to a draw. That's pretty impressive. Since he was known to be one of the greatest earthbenders at that time, until Toph Beifong came around, and gave him a little reality check. So yeah. With that being said, Toph, she's more durable than Gaara. That's plain and simple. There's nothing that Gaara could do that could help him. Toph's got way too many advantages. And I'm sorry if you guys just can't understand it, but that's the facts. These are facts. Okay, I'm not making this shit up. I'm going by both continuities. Okay, there's nothing where Gaara has an advantage in this battle. Okay. They make the arguments that his coffin is stronger than steel. Okay, so basically you're telling me it can take out Superman? No, it can't. Okay, his sand coffin is impressive, but against someone who can actually bend the sand, bend the earth, bend the metal, mud, that really doesn't do that much, but it doesn't matter. And again, as I said earlier, there is no way Gaara is more durable than Toph because, as I've stated earlier, that Toph can metal bend a minefield, and as the comic book indicated, is that Hulk's physical strength is the equivalent of Toph's bending strength, which makes her, once again, her durability very OP. So yeah, once again, that pretty much just tells all you need to know about her strength and her durability. It's just, clear cut. The edge, once and for all, goes to Toph Beifong on this. My verdict is pretty much clear cut as all the stats come up. Is that Toph Beifong is the winner of this battle. There's just nothing there for Gaara to do. She has so many advantages, and she has been given so many advantages with the gold dust. The gold dust she can bend. She can bend that gold dust, which is all in the sand and shit. So you can't define which one's gold and which one's sand, but she can bend sand anyway. She can bend all that shit. And that gives her a huge edge in the battle. Even if he turned it into a sand, scenery, Gaara just doesn't have an advantage anymore. Toph can earthbend, and take him off his game and get in there and, kill him. His automatic defense. And now I hear people use the argument, why didn't you use sand clones in the death battle? Well, guess what, guys? If he would have used the sand clone, it would have taken a lot of chakra away from him. As this was stated in Naruto by Jiraiya when they had a conversation with Naruto, that chakra used too much of your chakra. And the only reason why you're able to produce as many shadow clones as you're able to do up to this point is because you have the chakra of the nine-tailed fox. That's the only reason why he's able to do shadow clones as much as he was able to do it for a long period of time. So they made him learn how to do shadow clones without, using away so much chakra, because he uses the nine-tailed chakra. With Gaara, if he would have used sand clones, it would have killed him sooner. Toph, has too many defenses going for her. She has too many offensive advantages that, quite frankly, Gaara could not take. That's just a fact. I'm sorry, but that's just fact. There's no way Toph could lose to Gaara. These are facts from the continuity. The whole speed and sound argument is really stupid because how can you, even if you're as fast as you are, even if you're fast as speed of sound, Toph is just as fast in reaction time. So she is able to react to Gaara's attack the moment they begin. So how is it that Gaara would win? There's no way Gaara can win. That is the fact. These are the facts. The correct analyzing the facts of Gaara and Toph. Toph cannot lose to Gaara. Toph can beat Gaara. It's simple. I don't understand why people are going on with this shit. So yeah, that's it. Comment, rate, video response if you want to. You biased Naruto fans that are just doing this. I said Toph would win long before Death Battle even did the Death Battle. So it's not like I was shocked that this happened because with Death Battle you never know, but what they're gonna pull. But
all right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
It's time for a death battle!
Talk about a rough ride.
You do not belong here. This is sacred ground. Leave.
Oh yeah, tough guy? Make me.
Forward!
Yeah!
Interesting. She commands stone as fluently as I control sand.
By the way, I can tell you're using your sand to smash up the ground underneath us for more ammo. Pretty smart for a sandbag. Too bad I'm gonna kick your butt before you can use any of it.
I can't underestimate her.
Yeah!
I need time.
Huh? Wow! Sorry, Grumpy. I'm not ready to be a shish kebab just yet. Come on! Are you really that scared of a little blind girl? I'm touched.
Your eyes. Those are not the eyes of loneliness, like mine. They are blank.
Impressive insight, Gloomsville. I'm digging the whole wearing sand thing, though. That's new. Hey, no fair!
You need your arms to control the earth. I will remove them.
Dream on, creep! It'll take a lot more sand than that to take me down.
That's the plan.
Oh, crap.
Sun coffin. Sun burial. It is done.
Jeez, I almost felt that.
That's impossible!
You kidding? Pay attention, Sandy. I'm about to school you. Gotcha. That's how it's done.
You know, on this one they were accurate, and you know the facts were there. You know, with you know, her reaction time is better. Her reaction. I mean, what's the point of having speed if you can't? If Toph can react to it and just catch him, that's what would happen. He would literally, you know, come into Toph and Toph would catch him. All right, he would catch him. So, it's useless. So yeah, and that's about it. I am Team Gohan Fighter, and I'm out of here. Peace!